So today's a fantastic day with all the plasters arrived now for the job. Next week the plasterers are on this job, which is a fantastic time for us, because what that means is that all the first fix joinery, all the first fix plumbing, all the first fix electrics is all done, and all the plasterboarding is done, and we're going to be ready for the plaster. And basically when the plaster goes on the wall, it looks really neat and tidy, and it almost looks like your job's getting finished. But just a quick tip when we're talking about plaster, and that is, just like any other building material, whatever you do, always go check the prices that you get. Don't just go to one builder's merchant and then say, I'm giving you a fantastic price. Check the price, because what sometimes they do is they might give you a great price on the plaster, and then they might give you a bad price on the timber. So any job that you get in, a lob conversion, whether you're building your own house, whatever you're doing, do a complete list of materials that you're going to need for that job, and send that list out as a tender to 3 or 4 different builders merchants and let them all price. And don't be scared to get something from one and something to the other, because when it comes to the end of the job, you could save absolute thousands if you're a little bit thrifty in the way that you go out and get the prices. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a new cellar that we've found in the castle, and we're going to be converting this. Now, listen to this. The price per square foot here, retail, for when we're going to sell these properties, is about £400 a square foot. And what we've done is we've found a cellar in one of the units, which is fantastic. Now there's a lot of work involved, and we've got to dig it out, and we've got to tank it, and we've got to insulate it and all the rest of it, and it's going to cost us, because of this particular size of conversion, around about £16,000. But when we put in the cost per square foot and how much extra square footage it's going to give us for the house, it's going to give us an extra £114,000, which is fantastic. So come on, I'm going to show you the cellar, and I'm going to show you what we're doing to it. So this is the cellar. So as you can see, it's got this curved ceiling. Now of course in here it was all soil and all filled in, so we didn't even know this actual cellar existed. And this here is a vaulted ceiling, and what we're going to do is we had a little hole in here, and we looked down and we found a big room there, which is going to be our cellar conversion. And actually, do you know what? I can see some gold. I can see some gold shining down there. That's obviously mine. What I do now and again, I add a little bit of treasure now and again, just to test the honesty of the workers. So I can genuinely see some gold down there. So we're going to be taking all this ceiling out, we're going to be digging it out, we're going to be tanking it, and then we'll put a false floor in here, a false wooden floor, and we'll be making that into a cinema room for the part of this house. So exciting times. I'm going to show you now a little bit more of the redevelopment, what we're doing. We're on with the underfloor heating now in some of the units. So come with me, let's have a look at that. Okay, so you can see now we're down in the downstairs, one of the downstairs rooms, and this is like a bit of a utility space. But if you come in here, you can see now, this is when you've got your bare walls, you get this stud work up, and you get all this, as you can see, all the first fix plumbing in there. And the builders, we've got to talk over them. The first fix plumbing here, and also the wiring, and all this cabling as well. And don't forget, not only do you need to put your wiring in now and your plumbing in, you've got to get all your cabling in for your TV, your telephone and the internet and all the rest of it. And then these pipes here, these are for the underfloor heating. So what we're going to start doing in this room now is we're going to start plasterboarding, because next week the plasters are coming, and this is going to look absolutely fantastic. It's going to start looking finished. So obviously for the cellar conversions, we've got windows in there, so we need to let as much natural daylight in as we can. So we're digging these out here. And then what we're going to be doing is, if you can just look behind you there, we've got some concrete bollards, and we're going to be putting them concrete bollards inside this square piece here to hold the soil back, so that then we can do some nice fancy brickwork inside it. So when you're looking out of the window, you've got a nice big space with some nice brickwork, and it looks lovely. If you come around here, I'll show you the rest of them for this one particular unit. So at first what seemed like dark cellars now are nice roomy lighty areas to let the light in.